Hi, welcome back to Two Mics No Limit. I'm your host, Fati.
And I'm Lydia. Today we have a special guest in the building, Luz.
Hi,
Please introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Luz. I'm a 24-year-old entrepreneur from Buffalo, New York.
Per.
Yes.
No, I love the hair.
Thank you.
That's what's getting
I think I met you. There's this lady that does lashes, and
Yeah.
then she introduced me to you because I'm like, I wanted some cornrows. That was like sophomore year college, I think. And I remember
wow.
coming to your house, which is like now coming to your actual store. I think is so cool and so amazing. So basically, she does hair, y'all. And meeting her before and now is like so much big difference. And I love that for you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So tell me, like, were you born in Buffalo?
No, I was born back in the islands. I'm from San Juan, Puerto Rico. So shout out
Okay.
to my Boricuas. And yeah, I came here when we were 7 years old.
Oh, okay.
And then from that, everything basically started. I grew up watching my mama hustle, do hair, do nails, do everything that she can think of creatively to give her some bread. And she taught me. I started off by one little braid, then a little two, and then I started doing my own hair as I got older. But that started here in Buffalo, New York.
Buffalo, yeah.
Yes. So
So, like, how many years in total have you said you've been like doing hair for?
so altogether now it's 10.
Okay.
I started when I first had my son as a support for all of us. And then it just became something I was extremely passionate about. So I just kept pushing it.
Yeah, and I think I met your kids too. How was that, like being so young and trying to like start something?
Ooh. Okay, yeah. So it was really, really hard. First of all, because when you are a kid, you know, just now being released into the world, and then eventually years so later you have your own kids, that's just so intense. For one, it's intense mentally. For two, physically. And for three, emotionally. Trying to just, sort through your own growth and your own internal being, and being there, showing out and showing up for another baby, when you're still a baby. So it was tough. But I will say, every single day I looked at it as an opportunity to be greater than I was yesterday, because I have somebody that's looking up to me regardless of how I'm feeling.
Yeah, I always hear like a lot of women say like whatever profession they were doing, they took it more like super serious when they have like somebody depending on them. Because sometimes I'm thinking about it and I'm just like, yo, to have a whole human,
Yeah.
I forget to feed myself sometimes. like,
No,
if I don't feed you, you're gonna die. like,
Yes. Like, they're done.
And not only that, I could sleep you hear me? I could sleep all day.
Listen, I
Like-
like those days.
Like, hey, it's your girl Lydia.
And I'm Fati, and we're the hosts of Two Mics No Limit podcast.
Now we're all about good conversation, good energy, and definitely some good music.
And speaking of music, something special is coming to Buffalo this September, the 3rd annual Love, Peace, and Afrobeat.
Yes, we're proud to be the official ambassador of this incredible event that brings together community, culture, and connections.
It's more than a concert. It's an experience. Picture this: dope vibes, amazing performances, and a crowd full of joy and energy. And we're really excited to announce that headlining this year's event is international reggae superstar Serani.
That's right, Mr. Skip to My Lou and No Games will be performing here in Buffalo, New York, Saturday, September 20th at the hottest concert venue here in the city, Electric City.
So if you've been looking for something unforgettable to do in the city this fall, this is it.
We'll be there, mic'd up and dancing as always, and we want to see you there as well. Stay tuned for more updates, behind the scenes moment, and some few surprises along the way.
Head over to lovepeaceafrobeats.com and get your early bird tickets before they're gone. We can't wait to see you there.
Be there, I'm watching you. Does it change? Does it change once you have a baby, like automatically, or something that you have to adjust to?
Nah, I feel like that
Everything
maternal,
changes automatically.
yeah, that maternal
Like, I
instinct
feel
is
like-
different.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Because
In the midst of you even having the internal understanding, like, okay, it's not free will anymore for me. I'm preparing myself to have another being. So that means everything in my life has to evolve, whether you like it or not. So, it's a constant push every single day. And honestly, when you are pregnant and you're going through that, baby, you need nothing but support, love, and consideration around you, because that foundation and that village is what's going to push you to constantly just do better. Just wake up and be like, I can do it another day. Because you be exhausted. Like, you just want to lay and go to sleep. Like Fati said, like, I miss taking my naps for hours and hours and hours.
yeah, so are their dad like involved in the process, or if you don't mind me asking, if you don't want to answer, always say
Pass.
skip. Like I'm
gonna say
okay
limit.
with that. Okay.
So, as of now, no, Papa's not involved. But, he tried to do his little one, too, as good as he could until he couldn't no more. So, yeah.
No, I'm happy for you. Like, you're actually getting your things together. And I heard you're going to school. Like, why did you choose to do that?
Well, I chose the route to go to business school because I just knew no matter what I did, it was going to end up being in the business field, because I love and am so passionate about business, period. So, yes.
I love that, because I just got my MBA, so I love when I love fellow
Yes,
business
Lord.
people.
God is
Yeah.
good.
Which brings me to my question: how is business in Buffalo, specifically?
Business in Buffalo.
As in, like, how it's moving, or like how is it?
In
like
however
having one.
however
every
you
aspect.
see however you see having honestly a thriving business
Okay.
in Buffalo.
So basically, I'm going to break it down like this. How much you grow and evolve in your business is all in accordance in how prepared you are to really take everything that you have and go full throttle. So if you want to be extremely successful, you have to push yourself beyond limits, because the people around you, no matter what the circumstances are, they might ignore you. They might act like they don't see you. They might act like you just not that girl, So you have to push yourself beyond even your own limits and beliefs. And honestly, once I realized that, that's when everything went greatly for me, because in the beginning, of course, I was starting out, even though I was very, very skilled and my work was immaculate. It's not just about a skill. It's about your drive. It's about your communication skills. It's about, your ability to market, your ability to, lure in your niche of people. It's about everything all in one. So just really knowing what you want, who you want to give it to, and how you're going to do it, having a plan and having that firm foundation set behind your business and what you're dedicated to is really what's going to make you successful here in Buffalo, New York. Even if you're not getting all the support you deserve, go crazy or go home. That's my
Girl,
motto.
I'm
That's
so happy you
right.
say that, because I don't know if it's like a small town thing, but I have had an experience. I've sworn to myself. She does cornrows. Like, I have somebody that does like long stitches. Masla can
do,
do
like, the
my installs and
yeah.
stuff. I'm okay. Nobody else need to touch my hair anymore.
Shout out to her hairstylist.
Like,
Yes,
listen,
Lord.
because I've been through some ghetto
Honestly,
things.
I do only stick to specific people. I don't do cornrows because I have an egghead, and like I
You will still be cute.
I will get made fun of. I promise you I would. I can't do the cornrows. So I'd rather listen. So yeah, I'd rather not. But I do my own like wig
1, 2.
installs.
Yes.
You know what?
Sometimes I'll go to
Yes.
someone else to do like an install for me, but I don't do braids, bro.
I feel like sometimes though, it's not even the fact that okay, your head is some type of way. You just have to do it to get used to it.
Honey,
Do you know what I'm trying to say?
I
like,
will not get used to the shape of my head. Like, what you saying right now? Like, I don't care how many years I gotta have some type of cornrow braid hairstyle, whatever. I'm not getting used to a egghead. Like every time I turn around, all you see is dome.
Well, I like your egghead.
Bruh.
Your egghead is pretty.
Yeah.
Nah.
And I can make your egghead look gorgeous. Even more gorgeous.
I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try something.
One day.
I promise you.
Let's cross our
I
fingers.
promise you. If I do like a side profile thing and I see the,
Yeah. So
I'm taking it out.
so starting with your process, right? What would you say like you wish you knew before?
Honestly, to be very frank, everything. Because I struggled with the whole route in entrepreneurship when it came to figuring it out. Nobody wants to get up every single day and freaking figure it out. That is the hardest thing that you can do. So it's like, once I really realized, like, okay, nobody's coming to save me. I have to figure it out on my own. That's when I was just like, okay, by all means, I'm going to figure out basically everything on my own. And I don't want to be repetitive, but that's really just what it was.
What would you tell like
felt
a young
that.
person starting, like wanting to get into like entrepreneurship? Like,
What would I tell them?
yeah.
I would say before you do anything, know exactly what you want to do. After you know exactly what you want to do, look up the information that you need as far as certificates, etc., for the things that you want to do. So not only are you secure on your passion, but you have the firm foundation background to leverage you. And third, if you already know what you're doing, go full throttle. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care if anybody laughs. I don't care if nobody supports you. Go full throttle. That is the best thing that you can do because the only vision is your tunnel vision. And once the Lord puts something on your heart, baby, it's already yours. You just got to go get it. That's it.
So I know there's a
That's
question.
some real shit.
Listen, I've been wanting to ask this whenever. Okay, if you're late, like let's say you're 15 minutes late.
The late fee.
Okay. They want to charge you a late fee, but then when the hairstylist is late, I want to understand what goes on behind that thinking.
Are you taking $15 off of them?
I thought you were throwing me under the bus because I was late.
That's
But
a good
you
question.
still took me.
It is.
You still took me though. But I'm just
Yes.
saying, like,
I'm sorry.
I want to understand, like, why? Why is it that you like? If you're late, you have to pay, but then the hairstylists don't have to pay back to you when you're late.
Okay, so I cannot speak for everybody. So, Lord, please guide my tongue. But I will speak for myself. Me personally, I like to put it on the policy just to make sure that they know, don't play with me.
Period.
But do I charge it? No. One, because I know that things happen. And like, for example, I was coming here today. This had happened in the midst of me coming. Then something else happened. He almost crashed. I almost didn't get here. You know what I'm saying? But you never know what happens. So just to give them that grace, but still know, like, it is within the policy. It is something that I need you to do out of respect of my business and what we're doing here, which is service for goods. So please be on time, you know, or you're going to get a fee. But do I do it? No, depending on the situation. Like sometimes people do like to play around. You do have to apply that. And then you get, you know, I feel bad.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want to, but you're playing games. And I don't got time to play games because now you 15 minutes late. That makes me 30 minutes late for my other client. Now my other client thinking I'm unprofessional because you guys, no. We're not doing that. So just be on
So it's like a
time.
scare tactic.
Yes, it's a scare tactic.
But some
Everything
people
is
really
a
do be
tactic.
trying
in
to-
Yo,
business.
they will charge you and then cancel your appointment. Actually,
See
So
me? You got two chances. You got two chances. Because I love everybody who wants to sit in my chair, and I appreciate them. And God is good. Although, at the end of the day, I have to stick with my status, and everybody has to know, like, this is something that you do have to respect. Because not only do I have to respect my own policies, but I also have to respect every single client that books. So if I have 6 clients today, everybody has to be on time.
Mm-hmm,
Because if I'm late, not even if you're late, then I'm late, then everybody late.
mm-hmm.
Now we there till 2 in the morning. Well, we should have got off at 9 p.m.
Right.
I feel like nowadays a lot of people want to get into beauty because everything is about beauty. But I feel like a lot of them are getting into it just for the sole purpose of the money. That is like,
and they don't have a passion.
they don't
behind
have a
it,
passion
yeah.
behind it. And I feel like that's when it comes with like the unprofessionalism and
Yeah.
like, oh, you have to put down a deposit that you can't take back. And even if 2 days go by and it's like, hey, I have 2 days to my appointment, something came up. Nope, you still can't get your deposit. I've literally experienced somebody here, like in Buffalo, that no, you can't get. It just seems so focused around that. And I feel like what that makes it so unprofessional. And then I also wanted to add, like, what is up with these like prices where people want us to pay their car down payment and rent all in one
Like,
like,
it's so unreasonable for the service.
Yeah.
like,
So, depending on what aspect of situation we talking about, I can agree for sure. I feel like with certain service providers, they're definitely worth it. Now, predominantly, I'm talking about the ones like me, very skillful, very professional, very good with communication, very much on top of their business and in tune with their clients. I feel like those type of service providers that are passionate, that are consistent, that are graceful, they deserve every penny. Now, on the other hand, the other young ladies that just want to wake up, roll out the bed, do some braids, and charge $300, you're bugging.
Right.
How much is
like come with your hair washed,
you're bugging? And
Hair
you're-
washed, blowed, and pressed.
Yeah. See, I don't understand that either. I feel like
and
when
I'm
you
gonna
work
charge you
at a salon-
$500.
Yeah.
Right.
I feel like when you work at a salon, you should come. You should come as you are. You know, when you go to church or like a Kingdom Hall, and you have to come as you are. Yes, come as you are, because then that gives me the ability to make sure that your service is 100% successful in every aspect. Like, because you didn't come here washed and it was semi-oily or semi-dirty. No, I have the ability to make it as clean as I need it to be and fulfill the service 100%. Plus, it's an experience. So coming to a salon versus, you know, just doing it just because and coming blow dry and stand and third, it's a whole nother experience. So it really all depends on what you're willing to experience and have.
You know what?
It's a luxury.
I think I want to get some braids now.
I think you should.
It's a luxury.
I honestly think you should.
We're literally everything in one. The passionate ones are everything in one. We're your therapist. We're your friend. We probably your best friend every single time you have an appointment.
That part.
We're probably your guardian. We pray over you. Well, I pray over you. You know, we take care of you spiritually, mentally, and physically. So it's like, I would definitely say when you are booking with somebody, just make sure that their ethical values align with yours. And if they don't, adieu.
Exactly.
So I want to get into a little bit of opinion gossip.
Wait, before we start,
Oh.
I got to get this off my chest.
Go ahead.
Your skin is beautiful.
It is glistening. I'm not even gonna lie.
I was like, I gotta say it. I gotta say it.
It's like, what is it called? Sultry.
Yeah,
it's
it's
like-
it's like just glistening.
Yeah.
I'm just
Thank
looking
you.
like, oh my god.
Honestly, that's probably
We're not doing no free promo. I would have asked you.
Word, like what do you use?
I'm not doing no free promo.
Word.
Tell us after.
Okay.
Exactly. All your skincare.
That's how you do it. Yes, Lord.
Like,
okay.
I need to stop saying the S words because I keep hearing this.
Like, what do you mean?
List.
It's okay.
Oh, you have your thing in?
My retainer.
Oh, you did take your braces off.
Yeah. Let's not make it a big deal. Let us not bring attention to it. But I just gotta like not say S words.
Can you tell us your experience
Oh.
with braces? I want some.
I remember I did see that you posted something, and I'm like, yo, you look so
I look different. Oh my
She
god.
looks so grown now. It's like grown
I
and
look
sexy.
grown?
I love this era. Yes, Lord.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. Nah, braces is cool. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I had them for 3 years, and they became a part of like me and like
Yes, your identity.
Yes, but it was to the point where my whole life had to kind of adjust around it. Like, I had to learn how to like eat with the braces, like speak, smile, like all that other stuff. Like, cause it kind of like it's like
something that like adds another layer to your mouth. So like it's that. And then like I wasn't eating publicly because like food would get stuck in my braces. So
Oh
like,
yeah, it used
you
to
are
be
so
annoying.
adorable.
It used to be so annoying because you know like chicken is so good, and you're like, yo, try it so we can talk about it together.
and then I'll tell her
She's
no,
like,
no,
no,
I'm sorry, it'll
It's
get
gonna
stuck in my
braces. Like,
so I wouldn't eat.
You're one of those.
Because then I have to floss and like clean in between my teeth and stuff before I could like
the little.
I'm telling you, and then it will get that little piece will get stuck. I couldn't chew gum, even though I would do it anyway. Like I couldn't eat candy. Like I couldn't. And mind you, I wasn't even supposed to be eating chicken with bone, or else it could break my brackets. I was just doing it anyway. But like it was, it was a lot I couldn't do. Like your diet had to change. Like you have to eat softer foods. It was
that made it a healthier experience for you.
Yeah, I be eating anyway because I love food. But like, you know, a lot of stuff just had to change. Like even my speech, you could like it was a little bit different. Just like how I said, I have to adjust my speech to speaking with a retainer or whatever. Like, and getting used to that so that you know I could speak properly. You know, well, not properly, but like the way I normally speak or whatever. It's kind of the same thing. So like, it's just an adjustment. Period. The pain isn't crazy. Like you'll be in pain for a little bit after each wire movement, and then it'll go away. Like you'll be fine. Your
Like a
mouth
little
will get
tug.
cut up though. Your tongue, your mouth, everything is gonna get cut up. Cut.
Your
up.
tongue?
Everything.
I want to ask
You'll get cut up.
like some questions, but I feel like it's a little too much.
Go
For, like,
ahead. We're on a
Wait,
podcast,
you
babe.
talking about
Put
like
it on the
as it
floor.
goes to braces? Oh yeah, I'm not gonna lie. It depends on the size. I know what you're gonna ask. It depends on the size.
That has to be a struggle.
It depends on the
Because, like,
size.
Like,
It will.
The hair
As
gonna
long
get stuck in the bracket.
As long as you could. Nah, look. As long as you can.
Okay, I'm done.
Because you asking about that, right? If you could open your mouth wide enough, you're gonna be good. But also,
Lord.
like I said, it depends on the size. So, like, if it's one of them, like, you know, it's going. They're gonna feel it.
dead.
They're gonna feel it.
I am dead. I feel like it was gonna hurt.
They're gonna
I
feel
feel
it.
like it's gonna hurt me because it's on the outside.
Nah,
And
yeah. So
like, why
they're
you
not
doing
good.
that?
But listen, but listen. The outside. Look, that part is okay, right? It's that like they anchor. All right, they put these like bands in like like you see that like second to last
Yeah,
tooth in the
yeah.
back. They put these metal bands, and then it has like something that sticks out.
Oh, okay.
And that is what can get felt. And that's why I said it depends on.
I am
And
getting
how-
my curiosity satisfied today. Like,
Yeah.
Yes.
I got a lot of things off of my chest today.
I'm ready to go get him tomorrow.
Look, all it is an adjustment period, and that's it. But also the orthodontist gives you like this like wax thing that you could put like on certain parts of the braces to like protect it.
Yeah.
Like not and not protect the braces itself, but protect like your like you know from getting cut up or whatever. So use that as you must to also help with.
Hey,
what
She
else.
done gave us the
we are Harringtons. I love it.
So, but I always suggest like with like you know anything you want to do to make yourself happy as it pertains to your appearance.
Yes.
Do whatever it is that you want to do to adjust to make you happy with your appearance. Period. I would 100.
second that. Yes,
I love
Lord.
it. Yeah. So if you want to get braces or even Invisalign or whatever, do that because you know I
mean,
got mine when I was what 26.
I did want to
No,
get
25.
it, but then I didn't need it because everybody else was getting it.
What braces?
Honestly, you
Yeah.
don't need
Girl,
them
get-
at all.
you-
Your teeth
you-
are gorgeous.
When I was
You
younger,
don't-
like now I know I don't, but when I was
you
younger,
can.
I was like,
if you feel like you got
Yeah.
something you
I
want to
mean, I'm
fix,
good.
I don't think
do
I
it.
don't
Like,
need
yeah,
it,
nah,
but
your
I
teeth
thought
are
it was
fine.
what is it, a beauty thing? Like
Yeah.
when I first got here, everybody
Like a
had
little
it,
trend.
right? So I was like, oh, can I get one?
You know,
Well,
they
you
be
were
hopping on
like
the
what
trend so
13?
quick.
That's the age where everyone usually gets it.
Yeah.
That is the age. I just got it as an adult because when I was younger, like my orthodontist, well, not my, like the dentist, they just, you don't need it, you don't need it, you don't need it. Like who are you? Who asked you?
Oh,
for real.
Well, technically I did ask you, but like,
nothing.
yeah. So I had to wait till I was basically an adult to do my own thing
Make your own
because
decisions, yeah.
it was like you don't need it, you don't need it, you don't need it, and
Yeah.
it's like yo, like
I
I was
second that as
sucking my
well.
thumb when I was a kid. I do,
Sure do.
like hello.
So back to my gossip.
Oh yeah, my
My
bad.
gossip debate. Halle and DDG.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
this guy has showed me Shiggy.
You know what?
I have.
This is interesting. This is interesting because you are a mom.
Yeah.
So I would 100% love your perspective, but what were you gonna say?
No, I
before
just wanted to introduce it because we have a guest. Like I want to hear what you have to say.
Are you caught up with the mess?
So as far as I know, she basically took him to court because she didn't want Halo to go over there. That's it.
Oh,
So you guys can catch me up and then ask me the question.
Okay, I have something to add to that. So
Yes.
because I read up on both things. She first filed her restraining order against DDG and also filed for custody, and she wanted to be able to take Halo to Italy so she could film her the film that she has
Yes.
filming. And a judge granted that request. She alleged that DDG was abusive, crazy. Like she submitted her evidence. She submitted like her bruising and text messages and all that. The judge felt like, okay, you know what, whatever, granted it. DDG then came out and he filed his own documentation where he said, actually, she chipped her own tooth and she's crazy too. And he submitted crazy. He submitted
Chipped her own too.
That's what
Who's
he
doing
said.
that?
Listen, that's like basically he said that like
okay. According to the story, like
He dragged it.
he
did drag it a little bit.
okay, I
But
feel
I'll
like
give him his like
the
little.
part that I feel like she showed me shaggy and bamboozled me is because like a lot of times whenever a girl comes out to say something about abuse, we automatically take their girl side. 100%,
and
right?
will forever.
Right, like and 100%. But I feel like we can't excuse like you have a son,
Yes.
right? And then let's say she gets with a girl that every time that he tries to leave, hey, I'm gonna kill myself. I have a knife. I'm gonna kill myself. What is your son supposed to do?
That's manipulative.
Is my turn to talk?
Yeah,
Okay.
Go ahead
It's
and
a
talk
question.
whenever you want.
So
It's a
Trust
like,
me.
listen,
I just was having like a whole bunch of thoughts.
always like we just jump in. So you
Okay, so I'm gonna start off by saying this. DDG, I feel as if he's a great dad. You know, he does what he
I
do.
had that same opinion at first.
You know, he does what he does, and he loves baby Halo, and he is so freaking adorable. Who wouldn't love him? So yes, he does show up for him in that aspect of him being a father. He got that. Now, what he does on the sidelines, as far as how he disrespects Halle or how he degrades her or makes her feel less than a woman, etc., that's a whole nother story. You can't put in, oh, he's an abuser, but he's a great dad. No, those are two separate things.
But then that's what I'm saying. I'm getting to in a way of like, okay, when she came out and she did everything, it sounded like she's trying to leave DDG and DDG is trying to insert himself. That's whenever when she
I feel
filed
like
the
that
court
too.
thing, that's what we all thought. Leave the girl alone. You guys are not together. Why are you in her house? But then come to find out on his part when he filed the things, it's like, yo, I don't want to be with you no more. And then people are saying it's postpartum, but that started 2 years before Halo was born.
You know what's crazy though?
You know,
It's crazy though. It's crazy because postpartum is literally an entire journey within itself, and it doesn't end the first year or the second year, probably not the third, fourth, or fifth year.
but does it start 2 years before your baby's born?
People were saying like something about perinatal. I don't know anything
Because
about.
Yeah,
No,
the baby-
maybe she felt like in the midst of her having this child, see, the dates matter because if we know the official dates of when everything was happening,
Because the text was in, what is it?
2022.
2022. Halo wasn't born till like ending of 2024.
2023.
okay, so that sounds like
he was
Right?
born 2023.
Like around December. Because
Yeah,
I remember
yeah. He
seeing
was born
something when
2023.
So was she
like December.
like
pregnant?
the ending. So no.
no.
She
During that time,
was
she
pregnant,
wasn't.
like probably you know, from like the end of 2022 to the beginning of 2023.
And
But
that's
these
when she
things
would
are
have been
happening
pregnant.
like mid, like
No,
literally the beginning of the 2020.
The text messages started like February 2022.
Yeah, I just feel like it's so unfair to her because unfortunately she has to have this constant traumatic thing that happens in our communities where you get with a man, you know, you think this is your man, you fall in love, you know, eventually you have a baby and then boom, he leaves you like a piece of poop.
Like,
And
and that's
it's
okay.
like-
I feel like I have my own. I have my own toxic side, right?
Yeah.
But like,
Bruh, 'cause,
We all do,
yo,
but
listen, people are talking about the air tags. I'm over here like, shit. Why didn't I think about air tags?
Yo, because listen, where you going? Hold on. I'm about to check your location.
I'm like, damn it.
All that, like that's what, but the thing, okay, see, all right, so my whole thing is like, okay, yes, I think everybody can agree that, like, you know, she was being toxic.
She
was being-
let me
she was-
finish my
But
thought,
see,
right?
this is why the
Okay.
dates matter because
that's what I'm saying, like-
differentiate if it was actual emotional distress going on or if she was just being vindictive and toxic.
Okay,
Nah,
so
she
that's
was-
why I
okay.
feel like it started way before Halo was born, like way before she was even pregnant. And I feel like when you got with DDG, he's a cloud chaser. The guy,
He sure
the guy
is.
that's
That's why I don't know what the
cloud
hell
chaser.
she was doing with him.
Before you got with him, that's what
Excuse
he's
me?
been doing. He literally films his girl, his what is it? Ruby Rose crashing out for the views. Like that's how he is.
Yeah,
he
but that's
does content.
manipulative.
He does other content with other girls. That's how he makes his living. You come in and you knew that.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm trying to say? So if that's how the guy is making his livelihood, and then I guess in some text messages she stated that, oh, he needs to be more focused about becoming like how Jay-Z and Beyonce are. So now he's feeling like I gotta work, I gotta work extra hard, right?
I'm not even gonna say nothing about that.
But then another thing that I would say is that, like in the text message, right, you could tell she's going through some mental issues. Which
Yeah.
mental issue is not a joke, and everybody
It's
should take
not.
it
Mental
seriously.
health is very much
But I feel like
serious.
he, honestly, that is not his burden.
Can I tell you
Do you
something?
understand what
though?
I'm saying?
Can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, it is because he is with this woman that he
Exactly.
constantly, nonstop projected upon and made
think
her
they were
feel
together.
that way. So listen, when you're in a
They were in
relationship,
a relationship,
listen, when
though.
you're in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
it is a unit. How you make
to
each
an
other
extent.
feel, how you make each other feel is very important. How you show up for one another is very important. So when one is showing up and the other one is literally repelling, that is a problem. And it becomes like, well, it's officially codependency because you shouldn't be
No,
dependent
I did
so
see a
much
video
on someone, but
that's when they were doing their on and off situation.
Yeah.
And it seemed like he wanted to go and be left alone,
Yeah.
but she still kept coming back. And then that's when she started using the I'm gonna kill myself situation.
because their feelings were so invested.
Right. So then
yes.
it's like when she started the I'm gonna kill myself things, that was way before she got pregnant. And then when she got pregnant, and then DDG wouldn't answer, I'm going to abort the baby.
So wait, was she pregnant or not?
Now
When it started,
She got pregnant.
No,
She
I
got
have
pregnant.
No. I have the text message.
Yes, pull it up.
I
Yes.
have like the
'Cause
videos.
The other
of the
thing
text.
is, when you read the text messages too, you could tell that he omitted some parts of it, which could like me, you know, like he just like put her.
He selectively
damage-
admitted.
exactly,
Like, he was being
Because it's
very much
what
manipulative.
were you saying also?
Yeah.
like, in the
Like, I
midst of
can't
this?
believe you're. I remember that. I remember like something he said was like, I can't believe you're acting like this. Well, as a woman, when you are so soothing and calm like that, and then you out of nowhere are acting abruptly, that's not
Like, you
that's not
drove
out of
me,
nowhere.
like-
you drove me to that point.
Like, and I'm not gonna lie,
I think we
because
can all
I don't
agree to that.
Because I don't want to, like, my thing is, I don't want to sit here and try to like absolve her of any responsibility or
Yeah.
like try to say like, oh, you ain't do nothing, like, because
No,
at the end of
she
the
did.
day, I'm not gonna lie. I support her.
started 2022.
I support her down, like, and I will continue to,
love
and I
that.
always
Like,
will.
yes.
but
my
you
thing
can't-
is right. I feel like if I'm in a relationship now, right? And
Aw.
it's like, if every time that he does something, it's like, okay, my thing is, if he's cheating on you, why don't you break up with him? But then it's like, he's cheating on me, but come back right now because I'm going to kill myself. Come back
See,
right now
that's
because I'm
the
going to
thing.
kill
That's
myself.
what I'm saying. Like the
It's
way
like,
he posted,
in a way, right?
He made it
feels
seem,
like,
yeah.
right, in a way, it's like he feels like he can't have his own room. It's kind of like, if you think that person is hurting you, that same person cannot heal you.
Maybe he
that's
feels,
how he posted those messages though, because like she also showed how she's trying to do her and he's not letting her go.
Yeah.
Like so it's like they're both.
So
like,
that's
just
why it's like a
that's
tick
why-
for tack.
Exactly.
And it's like-
exactly.
Both-
That's
they
why
were both
nothing is
being
one
toxic.
side. Nothing is
Nothing
one
is
side.
ever one
I just
one-sided.
didn't like the
Exactly.
fact that she's using killing herself and using aborting the baby as a form of control to the guy. And I think that even now, you initiated a court situation. He has every right to also initiate what happened because you did cut him. And then according to him, whenever that tussle was happening, she was blowing him up to come get the child. That's when he drove out there and got the kid. Now she doesn't want him to leave. So in the backside, he's trying to fight on her. So whenever it basically like flung herself from the back seat.
Wait a
Nah,
minute.
but if
No,
you
wait
read-
a minute,
if you
because
read
what
her
I
take-
heard.
if you read her take too, though,
Yeah, what I
gives
heard
more
was
of
she
a
was
full
buckling
picture.
him up.
Like yeah,
She was
and
buckling
then
him up, and then he was
yeah.
calling her
I
all
mean,
types of disrespectful
exactly.
names.
So then she
and then all of a
attacked
sudden
him
they
back.
started attacking
like
each
it was
other.
a back
So
and
that's
forth.
what I'm saying, that if I'm coming there to pick the child up, which you've been blowing me up to pick the child up, let me pick the kid up and go. But if you start
If
being in
I
front
don't
of
feel
my
like
face,
my kid is about to be safe with you
Like,
though, like
yeah,
I'm
as a
going,
mother-
I'm
listen,
going.
wait.
honestly, we all
Yeah.
knew about Halo because of DDG. Never once did he show any sort of abusiveness.
Hallie didn't want
going
him on social media.
Right, but then again, it's also his son as well.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm trying to?
It is.
The guy's
Certain
whole life
things,
is
it
on
gets to a
stream.
point though.
But
What
that's the
are
other
we gonna
thing.
have private? What is
Right.
gonna be private in your life?
But she gave up the private when she decided to date a cloud chaser.
Yeah.
Do you understand
She
what I'm
did.
saying? You gave
That's
up.
her
You gave up
responsibility,
having.
yes.
He also gave up having him a certain time because you chose to date a movie star. So now she has to go to Italy with a kid. That's something that you both chose. You knew that before you got yourself into it. So at the end of the day, the kid is
And he's
already
jealous
here.
about that too, because
You know what I'm trying to say? Right. Like at the end of the day, the child is already here. I feel like both kids need both parents.
Kids
So,
always need both parents. I
when
don't
it
care
comes
what
to
their circumstances
when it
are.
comes to using the child against the dad and the dad using the child against the mom, I don't think that that's something that should, and I can 100% guarantee you, once her emotions is out of the whole situation, she's going to regret
I
not
feel like-
having the kid in the dad's life.
But
So
the
can I
kid
say
just
something
turned
from
one.
experience?
Like you
Yes.
can't expect
Yes.
her to like.
She's
just,
not
like,
gonna have it all together by
turn-
tomorrow.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
hell no.
She's not, but at the same time too, you're also taking his like the primal time that he needs to be a dad to his child from him. Because you don't know how to control your emotions.
Look at the lifestyle he
I
lives.
feel like
though.
she needs more of a mental, like medical help than you trying to take the kid away in court.
She's been having that though. But look at the lifestyle he's living. He just was at the pool party getting twerked on. Like he streams his life
I love
24/7.
Kyson.
That is his content.
And okay, exactly.
That's how he makes money.
And I don't want my kid around.
But like,
But you
how
can't-
much are you willing to give up?
Whenever you sat down and opened your
Just-
life
needs to
so,
change
How
when
much
it's
are you
changed.
willing?
when a kid
how,
gets involved though,
how is he going to pay the bills?
but question though,
you could change
Question,
around
though.
the
Is he
type of
fucking
content
anybody
you
on the
make.
street?
how
stream?
much
No.
are
You
you
could
willing?
change the type of content
How
you
much
make.
are you willing to evolve to be the greatest version of yourself?
Exactly.
What are you willing to give up to become the greatest version of yourself? At the end of the day,
Like,
when it
okay.
comes to a child, it's a whole different story. See, from experience, let me just say something from experience. Me, from the moment I lay eyes on my children, I knew I'm going to love you, I'm going to protect you, and I'm going to pour into you by all means. When things were happening with me and their papa, and it wasn't in accordance to what should have been happening, and he knew it was toxic, and I knew it was toxic, and it was time to walk away, there was some entity where a certain person was pulling and tugging and pulling and tugging, not wanting to get away from the situation because that's what they're comfortable in. Sometimes codependency will make you do things that are unfortunate, and you're not going to think about it until later because you're thinking off of emotions. Naturally, we are women. We think off of emotion, but we are also protectors. Men that are very narcissistic and manipulative don't have empathetic emotions
If you-
towards
I feel
what they
okay.
do. even if they sit there and self-reflect, they may be empathetic for a moment, but then they just snap back because it's a natural habit for them.
I feel like whenever he took the kid to the situation with Kai, I did not agree with that, because if you're going to be streaming, arrange with the girl when the streaming thing is happening.
Just communicate.
Communicate that, because I'm pretty sure if Halo was there, Kai was not even going to like allow a kid in the university situation. But outside of that, if he's single, you can have a child and also go like leave your child with a baby nanny, and then also go get twerked on. You're allowed to have you're allowed to have like your life after a child.
No, look,
that doesn't mean though. Let me finish though. That doesn't mean that after you're a father, like all of that, your life part of it.
No,
stops.
your life doesn't stop. No.
But what I'm saying is that there's things that he can fix in himself, and then also things that she can fix in herself. I just don't think that it's right for you one person. It took both of y'all to make that baby. Yeah. And in the text message, she said, I thought that having the baby will show you that I am more committed to you. That means even having that kid was to prove something towards the guy. Like, that is not even.
But that's where she has to continue to dig for her self-love.
That's
exactly. That's where the codependency and consideration for her own self comes in.
But she's still
That's
learning.
why everything happened how it unfolded.
Right, nobody is judging her. I'm so far from perfect. I'm still in my 20s. I'm figuring things out. But I know, but looking like in my personal life with things, people that I have in there, and also what I've seen, a lot of the times they grow up like having a sort of resentment, because either the mom gets her feelings out of it and realize that now DDJ has a whole family, have whole kids. You spent all these years creating a distance between you and that child that even when he comes around now, it's kind of awkward. She's going to sit there one day and realize that, damn, I thought I was doing the right thing by isolating the man and his kid, and I was wrong.
It'll only be awkward with the baby. And with her and DDG,
like
not the baby and DDG,
fair,
though.
Honestly, I don't think
children
that's
are
fair.
very innocent and pure-minded. They never look at you in a harsh way how grown adult humans do.
Right, and then
kids are so innocent. They don't know.
You know, like,
they don't know nothing.
I feel like it's not fair to take that newborn face away from him neither. Like sometimes I think about it, like if he actually like hit her, slapped her, whatever that she's claiming, he should be paid for that, right? But then if she's like manipulating the situation for her to get what she wants out of it, that is also not fair. And I wouldn't want my son to be used in that way. Yeah. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So, but at the end of the day, when it comes to this person having 100% of the child, y'all both made the child. You knew she was a movie actor. You knew he was a clout chaser. Figure something out.
Let me just say something. So, for starters, I feel like once a kid becomes involved, I don't care what type of clout chaser you are, what type of YouTuber, what type of streamer you are, you do need to adjust your life to accommodate this baby. You can't keep like you have to become a little bit more responsible.
How
for example, just a few days ago, he just got into a fist fight with someone for calling him doo-doo garbage. Like, you gotta
understand that that's for content though.
Okay, but that's exactly the problem.
Everything
I get it.
With him is for content.
Exactly, and that is dangerous though. Yeah. Because you can't keep.
If both parties agreed.
Let me just.
What
like, it
do you view
matter.
as realistic? What do you view as important? What do you view as a responsibility? That baby is not a toy. That baby is not a nothing. That is a human.
No, but if you can if somebody is calling you doo-doo garbage, and you reacting like that off of somebody calling you doo-doo garbage, like just because, like, you know what I mean? Like, and then that, because you could be probably walking through Target with the stroller and then, oh, that's doo-doo garbage, and then y'all getting crazy and the baby's right there. Like, you acting like that off of something that's small shows a pattern of behavior. Yeah. And all I'm saying is that, like, and I get it.
Level as well.
And exactly. And all I'm saying is that, okay, I get it. Yeah, because people were even telling her, like, girl, what are you getting involved with this person for? Ruby Rose already said that he was abusive. Why are you getting involved with this person? She didn't listen. And it's like, let people experience, but then people experience
Ruby
whatever.
Rose
and
that's
Rose
her favorite ex though, so.
Because the way he was hunching her.
Exactly. Like, but that don't matter. At the end of the day,
that's why he got Haley stuck.
Exactly.
That's it. Like, be real. We know 9 times out of 10 these girls be stuck because of that tank.
Like
That's it.
it really be that. But like all I'm saying is that like your lifestyle does need to change when a baby becomes involved because that's your baby. But
Yes.
I feel
but
like
regardless,
seed.
but even
Your
regardless,
your
That's your
lifestyle,
blessing.
not your job.
Like,
you're not
okay.
necessarily your job.
It's a part of your
you-
job.
it is a part of your job.
I'm not
You
seeing
can.
the guy flaunt guns in there.
He could adjust his
I'm not-
content. He could adjust his
But
content.
that's what I'm saying. That if I'm a content creator and I'm a YouTuber and I have a baby and I have a way like me, I create content. I'm going to create content. So if it's a fight between, okay, me and my boyfriend is fake having a fight and both entities know that it's fake, but y'all viewers believe that it's real, I'm succeeding in my content. That doesn't have anything to do with the child.
This dude was
Like,
a
what does that have to
YouTuber.
do with a child?
He was a YouTuber from like before I even started college, bro. Like,
And that's what
probably
he
dragging
fell
it
in love
back
with.
before the YouTuber.
Whenever
Like,
he was buying her the
exactly.
Richard
He
Mille,
was
he was
YouTuber back then
collecting.
when
Ben was
Queen
ma-
Naija.
exactly,
And that's my girl.
And Queen Naija, once she had a kid, she wasn't doing them same old like everybody
No,
changes
everything
their
adjusts.
content.
It
You could
adjusts.
adjust your
I feel
content
like-
to match, like but he was still perpetuating his single lifestyle and
for
doing
instance,
whatever.
right now, right? If she's to come and say like, oh, okay, since we have the child now, don't go to Italy, don't go to Europe, like any place to film a movie. Since you have a child, just film it locally. Then people are gonna have an issue with that too, because why? You're controlling what she's doing now.
But that's different
I feel
from
like the men can
that's
never win.
different. No.
Like, well, I never
That's
know.
Listen.
That's two
She-
different things
listen.
because like you're streaming, it's like his streaming thing is like just following his day to day to day to day. That's different from like you being on set for a,
What
like,
I feel like he can
that's a
change
hours
if you have your
thing.
son around streaming, don't have all them random people in your house. That's something that you can change. But if the son is with a nanny in a whole different part of the house and I want to do a skit with another influencer, that's my content.
which is cool. However, like if the mom says like, hey, look, I feel like this is not a safe environment for my son, that is within her
But
right
if he
to
told,
say that.
no, picture this, right? A news broke out. DDG made a song about, you kissing these guys and I'm uncomfortable with it. You going to here, you keeping my son for 50% of the time. But then he's controlling, right?
But how is that harmful to the kid? I'm thinking about the child.
The same way you're asking it, that's what I'm saying, that the same way he's created content and having both sides agree, how is that harmful to the child?
But what you just said is more so jealousy of like how he feels about
she
what
was
she's doing
doing
with
that
herself.
too out of jealousy because
So
he's
wait,
over there
nah.
collabing with girls,
I
and
feel
then
like that
most of the
she-
time
that
she
wasn't-
got
that
on the
wasn't-
phone,
that wasn't
it was
what-
about the girl.
That was about her and his relationship, though. I'm
Yeah.
talking
But
about
that's-
custody.
no, has to
but
change.
I'm
that's
talking
what
about
saying,
custody.
Or the baby.
All the text.
I'm talking about the
Right,
baby.
because
What you talking
I
about?
think she's also forgetting that it's about the baby. That's what I'm trying to say. Whenever it comes with every time
Okay.
she does is jealousy and this and
That's
this and that. How
correct.
does that have to do with the baby? That's the same thing you have to think and make it fair to him as well. Because you can go make your content and kiss guys for your movie, and that's a movie. But I can't collab with a girl that I'm not fucking because I have to change my content to fit about the baby.
See,
how
when
does
she
that have to do with the baby?
When she said that was about their relationship, and that was only in the text messages. When she
Yeah.
filed for custody, that had nothing to do. She
when
didn't include
made-
that.
Right,
I
but
feel
then
like
it's
she
like,
put her
include that.
emotions
but
to
then
the
if you
side
look at it,
when
She put her
she
emotions to the
filed
side for the
custody.
custody. She put her
Yeah.
emotions to the side for the
Whenever
custody.
Hanging together.
I disagree with that. I feel like when it came to the custody thing, she wanted to be chased, which he wasn't giving. It's like threatening to
Nah,
kill
it
myself.
was
I
too-
need if I text my boyfriend. and
No,
I'm
no,
like,
no,
"Hey,
no,
I'm-
that's-
That's
evidence.
no.
That's the evidence.
I think
That's
you're
the
confusing
old
it. There's two different.
I think that even now, with her filing the restraining order to keep the child, is to be vindictive. I don't think that is to be the fact that he's a bad dad and that
Nah,
she's
submitted-
abusing the child.
She
That's-
submitted
I don't think
evidence
so.
for the restraining order. That's different.
with the tooth being broke, right?
Like and not just that, like
Oh,
him showing up, taking pictures of her bed, and like ripping her ring camera,
Just
like all
being
that other
weird.
stuff, like
Just doing
she
weird stuff.
That was for the
So
restraining
then she
order.
let
let go, though.
She actually
After
didn't.
she let go,
She actually
mind
didn't
you,
submit anything about their relationship for
at all,
that
because she
he
took afraid of the
submitted
emotions
stuff
of it.
about their
But
relationship.
this is the thing, though. DDG started doing things once he realized that girl was not just mentally but physically gone. And that is the problem with a lot of situations, with a lot of relationships, and with a lot of men.
I think that if you're not emotionally involved in it, you wouldn't be vindictive using the child.
I don't think
Because
it was
as
about
much-
that.
As much
Listen, as a
as
mother,
his
I will tell you
messages-
this.
I think it
Because
is.
her
As a
evidence
mother-
was about 2025.
mother-
He submitted stuff from 2022.
As a
Like,
mother,
that's two different.
I will say this. I'm going to war for my child. Don't you dare take me to court. Because the way I'm coming, it's going to be so crazy. Because at the end of the day, our job is to protect that baby, that child, from anything that can hinder him in any way.
So what
Even
did he
if
do
it's
to the
father.
child?
Everything she put in was from
Anything
recent.
that he does
But
in front
she
of
put
the
it all her
the
stuff
last-
was recent.
The last time that she
anything that a
threatening him,
man does or a
the
woman
last time
does
she
in
threatened him
front-
was the end of 2024. We're in the
Right.
beginning of 2025 now. You cannot tell me
that was her evidence started from
But
2025.
guess what? The evidence
But
that she
the
put out
evidence
was
that he
him.
also put out is the
him.
ending when they cut things off
Him.
completely, though.
Right.
But then he started
But
manipulating,
then he
manipulating and
then she
abusing
was
her.
done.
I think that
So that's what I'm saying. You
with
gotta look
everything
at
that was going on, he could have came out and said everything way before. He was trying to protect her. So now if you come and you submitted 2024 evidence when your tooth broke with the same situation where the whole situation
tooth
we're talking
broke
about
was
the
this
kid
year.
flung.
You can't
No,
protect
but
somebody that's
he-
constantly
he-
embarrassing
He
them.
basically
Exactly.
he explained
You're
how the
exploiting
tooth
them at
broke
that point.
happened. With the 2025 thing that she filed, he explained that, right?
Yeah.
At the end of the day, I feel like she is still using the child to get what she wants out of him that he's not giving.
I think she's done
That's
with
where
him.
if you're me personally, do you know how many times she come online and said how great of a dad DDG is?
I
But then
peeped.
all of a sudden he wants to fuck other girls and be single. Now you have an issue. It sounds like your emotions is not out
But-
of it.
But he
Right?
also
if your emotions is really over it,
But
you
listen, I
consider.
I feel like you're only
what is best
considering
for the
his-
kid.
I feel like you're only considering-
2022 versus
exactly.
2024.
and 2025.
The text,
Yeah.
the text between the 2022 goes all the way up to the ending of 2024.
Right.
Which the ending of 2024 was 7 months
So
ago.
what was sooner? Her saying she's
Her-
gonna kill
all-
herself?
all-
that-
Her
that
basically-
was
him up
before.
The,
dancing with
the
girls?
text was
That was all
released.
old.
The text that was released was being shown that she has a pattern of manipulation since 2022, all the way till after the postpartum situation came in.
But
so
listen,
that's what he was trying to prove that.
Or
Look,
maybe that
it's
was just
not
the
the fact that
reaction of all the constant hurt.
because
and
that's what I'm
trauma.
saying. Like
That's
you're
what
not
she- that's
considering.
what she said.
You're not
putting onto
considering the
her.
shit that he's doing. You're only considering the
So,
stuff he's putting
Lydia is
out.
not playing.
No,
Like, you're only considering his
my thing
evidence.
is that if the guy is cheating on you,
Yes.
I'm 100% like
Yes.
if I'm a mom of a girl,
Yes.
let that man go.
Yes.
You don't need to be convincing
But it's
anybody
not
to
that
stay.
easy,
that
Lydia.
Exactly.
It's hard.
But that's what I'm saying. That
For some
she
people.
needs more of like a self love and reassurance in herself that you cannot
Yes.
force a guy to give you.
Yes.
And as a mother, that's what I'll teach my child.
Yes.
It's very hard when you're
Yes.
so into somebody, but you have to pull yourself away and be like, you know what? This is not serving me. Do you understand what I'm saying? And I feel like that's what her family, that's her therapist, and that's her doctor needs to help her to do. But when it comes to threatening a guy to stay with you, as a mom, I would call you like, yo, don't do that. Because now you look very thirsty and the guy's going to walk all over you.
Nobody knew that
is
but
so
them at that
wrong.
time, though.
Exactly,
Right, but
and
That's why it's
a
like
couple
that's
years
that's what I'm
ago.
saying. that-
That's a situation
But
where it probably
as
just went on for so long
but
because
also
nobody
as a
knew.
mom as well, if it start off since 2022 all the way to the end of 2024 and you're still making the same threats when the guy have showed you so many times that he don't give a shit about you,
Mm-hmm.
you don't respect yourself. Do you know what I'm trying to say? And then you have to withdraw yourself for the safety of because she will make threats about I don't want the child to see me cry and all of that. That's why you need to be by yourself and heal from that. But I don't think you need to take the child to punish him. Because at the end of the day,
I don't
you're gonna
think
sit
she's
there.
doing that currently.
Currently, I
You
feel
know
I don't
what?
like
think
you're
she's doing
not.
that because, like, you gotta see, like, because for
But,
starters,
okay.
wait, look.
Let me ask you a question though.
Hold on, let me just say this.
Oh,
Is that my phone?
go ahead.
Probably. You want me to grab the bag?
No, go ahead.
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because, like, okay, for starters, one, you, like, okay,
You lost your train
I
of
feel like,
thought.
yeah, because that
Sorry.
damn vibration.
Not the
Because for starters, I can high key understand how she feels because a man has made me feel that crazy.
Yes.
A man
Yes.
has drove me
Yes.
crazy before, so
Yes.
I can understand that, like that mental space.
You can resonate.
Yes, I did move on, but in that moment, sometimes meant because not only because yes, you'll feel like this certain way, but they are also pulling you.
Yes.
You can be pulling away,
and that's
and
the
they are also
narcissistic,
pulling you.
manipulative part of these men.
They do that. Like those
Yes.
toxic guys, they
Yes.
do that.
And they
So
know
it's
how to do it real good,
And they know how to
too.
do it really good. So I can understand that. And it's like until you deal with that type of guy, it's hard to
Yeah,
understand.
you won't
So
have
I
that
can't-
perception in
So I
life.
can't expect look, let me
Trust
finish.
me,
Like
I
I
get it.
can't like, you know, so it's like
I've been there before. I'm not even gonna lie.
so with that, like, it's like I can't, you know, but then it's like when I'm ready to move on, and it's like, you know what,
You're done.
because she's been going to her doctor. She's been like, you know, she even begged him to take the kid at a certain point, and he did not take the kid.
That's when the fight
Like, and-
happened. Whenever he went to get the kid.
no, there were
According to
multiple.
him.
There were multiple times you could even he's so stupid. He submitted these text messages where she's saying, "Come get the kid. We're outside. We're this," and he was like, "No,"
because she knew it
he's
wasn't going to
just-
be about the kid.
She
That's according to a lot of okay. Go ahead.
that aside, because there were more than one, more than two, more than three times
You know
where she
what really
said,
broke
"Come and
my
get
heart?
the kid,"
Well,
and he didn't
yeah.
get the kid. So it's like, if you really feared for your kid's safety, why weren't you taking the kid from this
Because
woman that's
according to him, whenever that she would say that and he would call, you never talked anything about the kid though. You
But-
wanted to talk about other girls,
Which is cool,
That's
because
what
why
he
are you
kept
cheating
going
on me
through
while
every
I
time.
just gave birth 3 months ago and you
No,
cheating on me right now and going
that's
away? Like,
codependency, and that's depression. I don't feel like that
Exactly.
has a lot of light that gets shined on. I feel like there's a
Right.
plethora of things that just we as women don't talk about because it might be embarrassing or it might just trigger us. But those type of things are the healthy things that we need to talk about, because not only will it raise awareness, but it'll help another woman that's going through those cycles be able to break the barriers and really just move on, find themselves, love themselves,
And
pour
then,
into
okay.
them, and heal.
That's what I'm saying.
because we're not
I feel
excusing her behavior. We're just saying, like,
no,
look,
I'm
it's not.
Oh no, and also
Yeah.
I'm not excusing his neither. Like I said, at the end of the day, whenever you even chose saying that, oh, I decided to have this baby because I thought that you will show you more loyalty. You needed
I said, that was
you
close,
needed to get the ring first to secure yourself. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That was just her
you were-
madly in love.
You can be madly in love. At the end of the day, shit happens. It happens to the best of us. I'm not even
But
gonna
truth
lie.
be told, when you're
The
madly in
funny
love,
thing
you
is,
ain't thinking
you're
straight.
not thinking
you
straight.
thinking
But that's
sideways.
what I'm saying, that if before we even encourage
get
girls
that.
to get to the stage of the postpartum, let's encourage them to get the ring first. Get some commitment for the
Yes,
guy.
but you know what?
Before
The ring
You know
don't even.
what?
It's about the guy.
Yes.
It's not, because the
But that's
ring
what I'm
won't
saying,
even
that-
do
that's
shit
what I'm saying.
either.
But that's what I'm
It's really
saying.
not, though.
That
Not
if
at
you've
all, 'cause
already been going on and off with the guy literally 2 years before your son was born, why do you think that having the baby is gonna deliver some type of
that's
loyalty?
the clown part.
It's
like,
not.
that's the clown
So,
part.
but
So I
then
think I
again,
found the lesson to this whole
the mess
situation.
has been
So
the
I'll
mess
say when
has
you guys
already
are
been
finished.
made, and I feel like on his part, he should have been there more for her. Like, hey, I booked you a doctor's appointment. Go see about your mental health. He should have done that. But I think it got to a point where he's also drained. It's been happening so many times that it's like, I don't want to have anything to do with you anymore. But every time you call me about your son, you want to talk about other girls that I might be seeing.
I doubt
It
that
does
that's
get-
a every time thing. And also
But
he
then
was
if it
also
happened for 2
and
years,
he
it's
and
kinda
he kept
draining.
texting her about like speculation
So
about
I
other
feel-
guys. So it's like a
so-
two-sided. They were both toxic, bro.
I feel like
Both
at the end of the
But you
day,
know what? There's
y'all
a
both
difference
was
when
toxic.
Hallie was pure 100% into it. I don't know, and I can't say that DDG was 100% into it because of his patterns and habits and the type of guy he is. Because he's such a cloud chaser, because he's such a this specific type of guy. You know, I don't want to talk
But
about
at
him.
the end of the day, though, I don't want the kid to lose out on having that bond with his dad in the beginning,
And I
don't
don't
want
either.
And
He
I don't
should.
want.
I would
and I
love
don't
for him
want
to
the
just
kid
get it together,
to lose that
treat
bond
her
with
with
the
respect,
mom.
love, and honor. Because at the end of the day, this is a queen in
You
front of
know?
you. Know who you step into, who you
Because
talking to,
now that
and
he need
treat
to
her
cool
as
down.
such.
And then
And
now,
then
if he
in
wanted to
return,
get,
you'll get the same respect.
and then now, if like he wants to get the custody thing, I don't want her to lose her being a mother to the kid neither.
He's not getting custody.
So I feel like I feel like at the end of the day, if you're so like sick about it, you could like there is better channels and better ways to like communicate with other people because you're both like celebrities that can make it work where you don't have to see the guy
You know what,
or
though? His
you don't
family
have
is
to
very
come.
toxic as well.
Yes, they are.
always
His
have
family-
things
all
going
like
on.
that. They're all
They're
toxic,
so
bro.
disgusting.
Like all of
But
them.
this is
That's
what
the
I'm
way
saying.
she
From
had a baby with the guy, though.
From experience, just dealing
That's
with
her
those
baby
type
daddy.
of people.
Like,
She
yo,
gotta-
Listen,
you
though,
gotta
from
deal with it.
experience,
That's
dealing
clown
with those
shit.
type of people, you do not have to deal with them.
exactly.
You don't.
You
because the
don't.
only thing that they're gonna do
That's
to
what
your
you got.
child is rotten.
That's why he's working and
Little
clout
by little by
chasing.
little by little by little. So yes, as a mother, you always have to take into initiative that you, no matter what, by all means, have to protect that baby, whether it's mentally, spiritually, emotionally, or physically.
But
Period.
didn't you never abuse the baby,
pressure
though?
of her trying to do what's best for her and Halo is really weighing down on her.
But that's the thing that DDG didn't abuse Halo though.
When you're abusing his mother, you are
He
affecting
sees
that,
that,
baby.
exactly.
He's
So-
hearing you
so-
calling her the B word. He's
so,
hearing you
okay,
putting your hands
okay.
on her. He's hearing you disrespecting her. Even when you're calling her and you holding that baby in your hand, you are showing him habits at a young age that eventually he can start doing.
So I feel
Exactly.
like if anything where
It's
you
a
need
grooming
to you
thing.
need to exclude is to have him dealing with other people, which he wanted that to happen too.
Yo, just recently she was on like what Mother's Day was recently, like in May. Mother's Day is in May. She was on vacation with her sister. Yeah.
I love
love
her.
the Bailey sisters.
I love
She's
them.
so cute.
They're
He was
beautiful.
They're
texting
very
her
cute.
phone, accusing her of being with Brent Faiyaz on vacation.
And then she really did go with him though.
Exactly.
Like, stop playing with my girl.
And literally,
But then he also accused her of her fucking Lala, and she never did.
like,
What the
yo,
fuck? I just want y'all be toxic together.
They could be. Who knows? But all I'm saying is that it's not one sided, and I hate that people are making it seem
It's
one
not.
sided.
So who deserves to have the baby possession?
It's not about who
Because it's
deserves.
not.
But everybody has to do their own internal
ex-
work. Everybody has.
Him
Now let me
included.
tell y'all the
We have
lesson that I
come to a
gathered from all of
conclusion.
Him
this.
included.
All of this
We have come to
theatrics. Okay.
conclusion.
The lesson that I gathered from this theatrics would be, the Lord initiated for your love life to go a certain way because not only does He want you to find your true, equally yoked partner that's going to love you, that's going to push you, that's going to motivate you, even in the good and the bad days, is going to hold you and let you know how special, beautiful, and unique you are. But He wants you to thrive regardless of any circumstances. So when you really stick to the script and do things how you are supposed to, you won't come across these issues. You won't have those issues. And this is coming from a person that did mess up and make those mistakes. And now I see it full throttle. And I see it in the world all around me, because there's a difference between a man from the Lord and a worldly man. And the one we're talking about is a worldly man, versus when she receives her equally yoked man, it's going to be a whole completely different love life and story for her. But now I feel like a lot of women need to learn, stop doing things for the benefit and what is the word? And wanting to just really show your commitment to a man. Stop doing that, because it's only hindering not only your internal and mental self, but your life. You know, because you don't have to go through these things. You just have to be wise. You have to think smarter and be intentional about everything that you do, because intentionality matters in every aspect. Regardless if it's being with a man, being with a woman, having a baby, raising a dog, raising a pig, it all matters.
Mm-hmm.
Be intentional in every aspect of your life and put the Lord first in front of everything.
I agree.
And watch
Completely.
your life prosper, evolve, and blossom. That's it.
And
Praise
then
the
also,
Lord.
I want every young woman out there, like, if there's so many, like, little things you can do for yourself, like, affirm yourself.
Yes, love
Like,
on
learn-
you.
And
yes.
learn how to be, like, content with yourself, because at the end of the day, you cannot bet on anybody. Like, even your parents can, like, God forbid, come and go.
Yeah.
Your best friends, you can fall out with them.
Anybody in life.
A
will come
guy,
and go.
you can divorce, you can break up, you can leave. But at the end of the day, if you don't got you really cannot have, somebody else cannot come to make you feel the hole that you
Nobody
wanna
can fill your
Like,
void
They
but
cannot,
you and
know?
the Lord.
And then you're going to be stuck with something that is like, you're going to have to figure out. And it's just like, things happen. Things happen all the time.
Yes.
But when it comes to this situation, I feel like both people need to establish channels that will also benefit the child, with that they're not going to end up in a situation of like, you know, because moving forward,
Sorry.
like, like if that's something that I can give, is just don't be so like dependent with your feelings, like with
Yes.
everything.
Yes.
Do what you can do
Yes.
for you, and then leave the rest to God.
Yes.
Um,
Praise the Lord.
But you know, like one thing I want to say, is that hindsight is 2020. So like in the moment, because I'm not gonna lie, I could go from 0 to 100 real quick, and like in the moment, I'm feeling stuff, I'm in my emotions or whatever. Like when I have a time to calm down, I realize like, ooh, maybe I should have went about it this way. Maybe I should have went about it that way.
That's
Maybe I should have made
self-reflection,
this.
baby. Yes.
Exactly, but when you're in the moment, like this is what you're experiencing.
It's all off of emotion.
All you can do is learn from that experience,
Yes.
and a lot of times too, it's easier for us who are outsiders looking in to criticize or to say,
Yep.
"Oh, you should have did this. Oh, you should have did that." But it's like no one's perfect. None of us have anything figured out. We are still learning. We're still in the moment. And all we can do is experience something and learn from it and just grow and be better from that experience. So, a lot of times, like, I don't like to be too
and I
harsh
feel like that
on,
goes for men and women as well.
it's on everyone.
Yeah,
like,
so-
I'm really just speaking generally here. And it's like, that's why I don't, that's why I said like, hey, look, I'm going to support her regardless. I love her. I love her music. I love, she's so
She's
talented.
a beautiful soul.
So beautiful. And I'm not gonna judge her by her weak moments. DDG, even with him, I used to think like, yo, this is a great guy. He's such an amazing dad. He's such an amazing partner, whatever, until like all that. And it's like, I'm still not gonna like judge him so harshly based on like his weak moments. He only has, he only has room to grow.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. And so for both of them, I'm going to give them grace. For both of them. They're super young. I'm going to give them grace,
Right.
and I'm not even, I'm not in their position. I don't have a child. So I can't, and the only thing I can do is basically care about Halo, the baby. That's who that matters the most out of all of them.
Everything, all the fight, the fuss, everything, it should be based, the Halo should be the decision making.
That's cute.
Like, he should be the decision making in every single of their argument. Like, place him in the middle.
be the
what,
center.
What is
Yes.
best for him?
Exactly.
What is fair
Yeah.
for him to experience growing up?
And
Yeah.
right now, like, I'm not going to
So-
lie, like,
And right now, he just needs nothing but love,
Exactly.
intentionality, compassion, and just real happy parents. Kids deserve that. I don't care what nobody says. Kids deserve nothing but the best out of both parties, because at the end of the day, they didn't ask to be here. So show up and show all the way the hell out when it comes to them kids, and they're gonna love you. They're gonna appreciate you so much more when they get older and really internalize and understand how much you sacrifice and how far you went for them because you love them so much.
Exactly.
So when it comes to a child, that's not a game, that's not a toy, baby. That is a blessing from the Lord. You go crazy.
And then
for that
I'll
baby.
also end by saying, with what you're saying,
Yes.
I feel like no sole person is in the right to dictate whether or not this person should be in that person's life or that person should not. If you both brought them into the world.
that is 100% true.
Like, when it gets to that, I will leave it there. It's like, it's not up to Hailey to decide if DDG should be
It's
in his life.
not even up to the courts.
It's not even up to DDG
not,
to
yeah.
decide if Hailey should be in his life. Both y'all made it, and thank God that you both are alive and healthy and is making money. Just love the child.
I want to add one
You
additional
know?
thing. When it comes to the thing that really broke my heart to this whole situation is what's the word? Familiar. Okay, my list
Familiarity.
is acting up.
The familiarity
Girl,
of
I
it.
can relate.
Yes, y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, the familiarity of it.
Of the breakdown of our colored households and how effective it is, not just to us internally as grown-ups, but the babies, which is the thing that matters the most and should be at the center of everything. And when it comes to the courts, nothing is fair. So it's like they
should
are
have been
deemed
kept
to
out.
break the man down and to take control over, especially our black men, and really deteriorate them to the point where they feel like nothing. And as women, we should never take advantage of that.
I like that,
But
yeah.
also, as men, know your place. Know what the Lord put you on this earth to do. And it ain't to act ridiculous. It ain't to act out of character. It's to be a man. And if you can't identify what a man is, go figure it out. Go heal. Go find yourself. Go do the things necessary to really figure who you are out. So then that way, when you show up into the world, you show up as your true and divine self. And for women, you are never stuck in a situation ever. I don't care what's going on. It could be DV, it could be just verbal abuse, whatever. Mm-hmm. You have to get to a point where you want to find you again. Because at the end of the day, you cannot give any man or anybody rather than anything, and you're not even pouring into yourself. Because if you end up pouring into everybody's cup and your cup is empty, you have nothing. So first, I would definitely say, seek the Lord. Through the Lord, you will find yourself. And when you find yourself, you will have everything you need to pour not just into yourself, but everybody around you. And that's the key for everything in your life to evolve, to prosper, and intentionally become beautiful.
Could I say something on the opposite spectrum, though?
Yeah. Okay.
Not really necessarily the opposite, but like just more so like when it comes to that relationship dynamic too, you do, as a woman, need to create a safe space and a safe environment for your partner too. There's no room for toxicity at all. Yeah. You gotta also nurture your man too, and make him want to feel comfortable to come home and like confide in you,
and that comes
feel
from
that
you
safe
fulfilling
space.
yourself as well.
Exactly.
Once you're sure in yourself, he's sure in you, and he's sure in him, and he's so sure in both of y'all that he wants to show up as the best version of himself. And because you push him to those limits. Just like when we want to show up as women, we goes crazy because we want to show our man every bit of greatness in us. That's just how men are as well. They're so simple. Guys are so simple.
So with that being said, thank you so much for coming. Let us know in the comments what you guys think. I know it got a little heated today because we love,
oh my God. We love a debate though. We love a debate. Okay, we love a debate.
Points to say, and I feel like at the end of the day, as long as we're keeping Halo in the center, which I think we all are.
Yes.
So let us know in the comments down below what you guys think. Make sure you follow all our Instagrams.
We'll link it all.
Mine, and also 2 Mics No Limit. And I want you to shout out your hair page and your boutique.
We'll link it too.
Come visit me and A Acrylics at LA Boutique at 1497 Hurdle. My name is Luz, or as Buffalo knows, the hands_elite. Thank y'all so much for having me. I love you guys so much.
You were a pleasure. I love you.
Remember, y'all, 1497 Hurdle. Pull up.
We'll see you guys in our next one. Bye.
Bye. Okay. That was a long one. Oh my God.
We had a ball.
That was a long one for sure.
I already knew we knew it was gonna be.
We were like,
that's such a complicated topic.
It is. It really is. I say that to say because right now, my brother, my dad's son, with like a